Garage here. Yeah, controversial? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Controversial, I guess, in the way of pricing, but that's Traxxas. And Traxxas is always going to be the Apple of, I guess, the industry. So anyways, today on RC Guy Garage, we have got the 1967 Chevrolet C10 Drag Slash. If you want to see what's inside this box, kind of like I do, stay tuned for this episode from RC Guy Garage. Let's break into it. All right, we got a 50-50 shot of how to open this box. So I am going to play, I'm going to pick the blue side just to see what happens, just to see if I've picked the right way to open this. Pieces of tape here, and I think I may have opened it backwards. Oh, there's a truck. All right, so the wheelie bar is obviously not attached to the vehicle right there, so the wheelie bar does need to be installed. Pull this bad boy out of here. That means the radio must be on the other side. And the radio is typically positioned in this way with the foam wheel inside the foam. So again, nothing new other than the fact that instead of having a switch like what Earl Moorhead had, this is what's called a monetary switch. So it is a what's called a monetary switch. It's not a off and on switch. I don't have one of the newer remotes, but I do have the TQ3, which basically just demonstrates what that switch is that Earl Moorhead showed. If you haven't seen Earl Moorhead's channel, you got to go check out his Drag Slash. It's called Watermelon, and it's literally the first of its kind. And he made use of what he is calling, I think he called it a trans brake or possibly a two-step. He may have called it a two-step. Funny thing is, I almost think I like the switch better. So, could be a negative. Like I said, typical Traxxas remote. If you do want to make use of that Bluetooth capability, you do have to buy and install that link-enabled Bluetooth thing that will connect to your phone as long as you download an app. And I actually may do that. So inside of the bag, I usually do not open these bags, but there's stuff about this RC that I do not know, and one is how this actually functions. So what I do know is that you're supposed to be able to, I thought, press the button, put the trigger to where you want, and then basically what it does is it's like a cutoff. And then as soon as you let go of the button, I think it's at whatever the throttle is that you have set. But that is still dictated by obviously, you know, where you have this throttle position. So I think you press and hold the button, which basically all it is a disconnect in my mind. I almost think I should open up this remote and see if that's what it is. See if it's literally just a disconnect. Because then you would hold the throttle to wherever you want. If you didn't want to bury it into full throttle, you could hold it to whatever position you want. Which, I don't know, man. I'm not sure about the benefits. And then you would let go. But here's the problem. When I let go, what does my finger do? I guess you'd have to maybe like slide off. Because for me, granted, this is the first time I'm going to be using something like this, and I just noticed that my fingers do it. It's like the backside of my knuckle of my thumb is what's depressing the switch. And then I would obviously hold the throttle, and I'd have to roll off. But as soon as I roll off, you know what happens? Watch this. For me, I think it's something you have to get used to. My finger has a tendency to move. So I don't know if that's really anything that's a major benefit. With the way Earl Moorhead's works, I think maybe it's a little bit different, but I could be wrong on that too. So inside of the bag, you have got the optional small wheels. So that means that the larger wheels were already on the wheelie bar right there. So it gives you the small wheels, and it gives you, looks like, the screws to attach the wheelie bar, I think. Don't even know. It looks like they're giving you body clips, which are chrome. Those look like body savers. And it looks like some kind of like a foam block for the battery to kind of help keep it in place. It does give you a couple of extra screws in here. Those screws actually might be for the wheelie bar. I don't know. 2 of them are inset. 2 of them aren't. I'm going to say no. Those aren't. Those are just spare screws for something. Looks like it does give you shock pistons or valves. I have a tendency to call them valves, but just so that people understand what I'm talking about, it does look like it's giving you shock pistons or valves. It does look like Traxxas made use of several of the spacers. The large spacers are left in this one bag. Inside of this bag, it gives you the optional larger pinion, 29 tooth, I'm assuming that is. Looks like it might be a 22 tooth with a 76 spur is what the vehicle comes with. It says it's for good acceleration, good speed under normal conditions. Then, obviously, when you install the 29 tooth, that's either going to be the fact that you already know how to drag race, or you just want to get up to speed and just force yourself to learn. It does give you a little set screw too, though. Drag racing, short distances, and then high top speed. So it looks like that's the gear that you're going to end up wanting to throw into your RC. Now, this piece right here, I don't know what the heck that little thing is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. Looks like some kind of motor plate or something. And you know what? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. They do give you some Traxxas tools. They do give you a metal crossbar. They also give you, it looks like, what's for the slipper clutch. And like someone had mentioned, they're not, certain manufacturers are no longer giving you a link tool. So it looks like they at least give you a link tool here. And then something that I'm noticing, which is pretty cool, on this larger, longer Allen wrench, it is a ball driver on one end and obviously a regular flat end on the other side. And then 2 other smaller Allen wrenches. In this bag right here, it looks like they're giving you the full, not so full set of the rest of the shock spacers, more pistons. Looks like a couple of little spacers right there. You do get your Traxxas warranty card. I would go ahead and do this because if you want your warranty to happen, you've got to figure it out. You either got to send this in with a stamp, or you could probably just go online and take care of it that way. Now, this is cool. So they are giving you Weld Racing stickers, MT, which is Mickey Thompson tires and wheels. So they're giving you black stickers, white stickers, Weld black and white. They obviously giving you a whole slew of Traxxas stuff, which is pretty typical. Then this is the TQI Performance Guide. Basically just trying to get you to download the app and then buy the link so that you can have a telemetry. You see the link right there. I believe my UDR has the link. I'll be popping that out to throw it in this thing just to see what it does. So you can manage your profiles. You can, yeah. I never had good luck. To be quite honest with you. To be quite honest with you, I really didn't have good luck when I messed around with mine. On the back side here, looks like a bunch of sensors. That backside here looks like a bunch of sensors and stuff that you can get. Looks like some of the stuff has nothing to do with this vehicle. Looks like it's some kind of telemetry expander, but none of this really, I think, matters. Then it does come with the Traxxas Bible for the Slash, which all this is just a manual. I've literally never looked in this. I've never looked in any of these. This might not even be the manual. And it is. So parts, exploded views, Could be important if you're not familiar with taking things apart. I guess if you want to turn it into a gas, you can. It's good advertisements. Come on. This is a slash. Who's going to turn their slash into a gas? But you never know. All right. Then this right here, drag slash. Looks like you can go online for an owner's manual. First page, bunch of nothing. Don't get burned. Gives you basically an explanation of what everything is. What it all came with. 2.5, 2.0, 1.5 Allen wrenches. Turnbuckle wrench, 4-way wrench. I call that an antenna nut wrench. I thought that was for the slipper clutch. Maybe I'm wrong. Body clips and washers, yep. Foam battery spacer. Preload spacers, which I just call them shims. Optional pinion gear. And then obviously they want you to go ahead and buy their batteries and their stuff, their charger. And they want you to buy their Traxxas alkaline batteries and whatnot. Here it is. Does talk about installing that wheelie bar. It does look as though the wheels... the smaller wheel bag that I had shown, this one right here, that it does look like I was right. It does look like those screws are for the wheelie bar, which you do have to install. Fire hazard, the usage of lithium LiPo batteries, you just got to be careful. Installation of the batteries, just in case you didn't know. Turning on your transmitter first. Plugging in the battery, obviously this is Traxxas proprietary, and then turning on the model. That's supposed to be the way you do it every single time. Next page, just talking about how to steer it. Left and right. Throttle control, brake reverse, forward, trans brake. They're calling it a trans brake. I think, like I said, I think Earl called it a two-step. I think initially we were talking line lock, but that might have been kind of for the ARRMA infraction. So you've got steering trim, and then you get the multifunction knob, which is the TSM. You can shut that off, but as far as I understand, talking with Earl, he said that they point blank, I believe, will make you replace your receiver because they don't want any kind of gyro, any kind of anything helping you out, just to try to make it a level playing field. But if you're trying to get into drag racing, man, this might be the way to go. And why? People are freaking out about the price. Yeah, well, freak out. It's Traxxas. But they're giving you something. They're giving you a licensed body. They're giving you licensed tires and wheels. Mickey Thompson weld wheels, which look stinking sharp. It looks like it's actually black chrome with a black center and chrome wheel nuts. So, I mean, they're making this and giving this thing an incredible look. And plus, it's a Chevy C10. It's a 67. Come on, guy. All right, so you can select the throttle mode. You got sport, race, and training. So pretty much all of this stuff is stuff that people know. With the model off, press and hold the easy set button, which there is a little, there's a button that you can press actually on the ESC. With the model off, press and hold the easy set button until the LED turns solid green, then solid red, and then begins blinking red. It will blink once, then twice, then 3 times, then repeat. So 1 blink is sport mode, 2 blinks is race mode, 3 blinks is training mode. Most of us probably aren't going to be in training mode, but if you had maybe a younger individual, that might be where you want to go. Then release the button when you get to whatever thing you want to get to. So, on this side, it talks about the TCM modes, which is the Traxxas Stability Management. It is what they call a trans brake, and what they're saying is that the Traxxas Tran Brake simulates the operation of a transmission brake in the full-size race car. Trans Brake is able to apply full throttle to your drag slash faster than you can pull the trigger on the throttle. Obviously, it's faster. It's the click, or technically, the release of a button. I don't know, man. I think it's something that you might just have to get used to, that you're not moving one finger when you're sliding the other finger off. So what they're saying, to operate it, You press and hold the trans brake button, which basically is a disconnect. That's gotta be what it is. Pull the throttle trigger to the desired launch speed with TSM on, and then try full throttle. With the trans brake active, the drag slash will not roll on the start line. When the race starts, simply release the button and the drag slash instantly responds to your throttle setting. An example, instant full throttle is applied, or potentially wherever you are. Now, the funny thing is, what would happen if you had the brake? I mean, what would happen if you did the reverse? Would it go instant full throttle reverse? I think I'm going to have to try that out. All right, so you can disable TCM, enable it or disable it. You can crank it down, which the model must be turned on, completely stopped with the transmitter throttle trigger at neutral position before selecting drag race mode. Brake only on the TSM. Turn the model Turn on the model and the transmitter. Remove the rubber plug from the receiver cover. The LED on the receiver will be a solid green. Press and hold the receiver's link button until the LED shines red. And then immediately release the button. LED will blink green rapidly to indicate drag race mode has been selected. The blinking LED can be used to show the race director. So does that mean... Now see, that kind of tunes me up a little bit, because I've really never looked into no prep drag racing. Now in my thought, I thought that it was zero assistance across the board. But what this is saying is that there's the possibility that braking is allowed, controlled braking. So that's interesting. So having kind of like an ABS style brake system, that might be a benefit. That might be a benefit. To completely disable the TSM, simply turn the multifunction knob to the transmitter to 0 or the off position. So, yeah, I don't know, man. And then if you want to repeat it and get it back to full TSM functionality, you just basically just repeat the whole thing, and then the LED will turn a solid green. So battery selection is huge. Burnouts, talks about burnouts. But yeah, I'm done with looking at this manual. I don't particularly care for reading, so we're all done with that. And then got the Traxxas typical flyer to try to sell you more stuff. Now to get into the actual car. It looks like body pins are set through the plastic. Take this body off. The body actually has some weight to it. Wow. All right, so the body. So this is a metallic black. It almost has a gray appearance. You know what? I'll just throw it on the truck real quick. So this is more of a, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is more of a metallic. This is it's almost like a smoke. So this is a metal flake black. That is pretty slick. Unfortunately, it looks like through shipping, there are scuff marks that go across the leading edge of the hood right here. Well, this technically is the leading edge. There are some scuff marks there. But there's an imprint right there, and I know exactly what that is. The imprint is from the foam where it was sitting inside of the box. So it does have some scuffs, but if you were really concerned about that, hit it full trigger and you're going to flip it and scratch the crap out of it anyway. So, or you can go ahead and take some polish and polish out those scuff marks with maybe some like Maguire's or whatever. You know, it's got the black stickers, which for the side windows, I think it's fine. Again, what does it really matter? Because on the windshield, it's going to say RC Guy Garage. Looking at the underside of the body, again, this body does feel pretty rigid. It does have a certain kind of rigid feel to it. You got the headlight buckets. They do accept headlights and directionals. So you could have white lights for both. And then obviously this light right here, if I can get my flashlight, maybe show you. So I think that's pretty much what it would look like if you had a LED bulb in there. So that's pretty much what the directional would look like. And obviously the headlight right there, it would pretty much look like that. It does have a cool look to it. Unfortunately, for some strange reason, which I don't get, Traxxas decided to cheap out. And on the rear end, where this is actually a plastic bumper, that's interesting. Bumper's not even part of that, but these are just stickers. So unfortunately, the taillights, they should have not done the stickers. They should have gone with taillights, because I know for a fact that, granted, people are going to want to see taillights on the back of this truck, because when you're taking off, you're going to want to see the taillights. I definitely love this right here. And what does that say? That says Chevrolet. It does have a fake fuel cell in the back. The wing itself is a nice rigid wing, similar to what the bumper is. And again, on the front, this is a molded grille, which is awesome. I definitely want to see these headlights and the turn signals or parking lights lit up. The bumper itself, front bumper, is also same piece of plastic that they use, I believe, for the wing and that rear bumper. This is in a gloss. This thing is pretty slick. So on here, I don't know what I'm looking at. This is supposedly what a Traxxas Slash looks like. With the low center of gravity chassis. I've never had a Slash, and I don't believe I'll ever have one. Supposedly these tires are fatter than normal, I think. And yes, they are. So this is a raw speed tire. So this is the type of tire that I've been testing and using. This one is obviously a Proline Fusion. This is a Proline Hoosier. This is the one I've obviously been using. That's when I hit the curb on it. You can see the massive size difference between, at least I think you can see, lined up like that. You can see that there's a massive size difference between the Hoosiers, the raw speeds. Look at the difference. You're getting, God, you're getting almost an extra 1/4 inch patch, I think. So that's probably going to be a massive benefit as far as traction. Do yourself a favor. If you want to stick with this Traxxas VXL 3S system, stick with it and do not cut the plug. Just get a proper adapter, or have a battery that you're going to use with this vehicle. I'd say get a proper hard-mounted adapter to fit into this, to switch it over to maybe a battery such as this right here, which I haven't even opened these. These are my Ovonic race packs. So this is a 100C pack. So this is a 5,000 milliamp 2S 7.4 volt 37 watt hour 100C race pack. This is what I'm going to be using, and the reason why I have two of them is because one for one car, one for the other car, to be kind of even on power. And that does have a Dean's connector, which I do believe I actually have a Dean's to Traxxas connector. And again, this is Ovonic. Give you a couple stickers that I might throw in the truck. And then here's the pack. Tiny little race pack. I cannot wait to rip these packs in both That up there. And this. And maybe that. I don't know. We'll see. So anyways, it looks like it does give you instructions right here. Now, I didn't realize it actually had printed instructions on how to use this ESC. And this looks like it's normally for a fan, but I bet this is going to be the plug for the light kit. That's what I'm assuming. It does have easy set tip, little card right here in multiple languages. Yeah. To activate low voltage detection, stuff like that. Stuff you might want to, you know, check out. I don't know. So that is the antenna nut thing, wrench. Supposedly, inside of here is you pop this out, and you can see that there's a little sight glass right there, just like a carb bowl, so you can see the fuel level. So supposedly, you pop this out, you get something in there and press that button to deactivate that gyro, TSM, whatever, put it into drag race mode. And you accomplish that by messing around with this. That's how you access it through this little thing here. This used to be for crystals. So, some people don't know what crystals are. So, other than that, we do have a 90-degree bend thing here. Let's actually check and see if my battery pack even fits in there. Hey, look at that. But does it clamp down? Oh, beautiful. Check that out. That pack does not fit in the Traxxas Slash. I think I've got to reverse the orientation. Hopefully, if I reverse the orientation, it's going to fit. Oh, nice. All right. Got scared for a second. It's like I got these batteries for this thing and it doesn't work. So that actually works mint. So you can see you've got the wires on the both left and right side. And you don't need to have the balance port plugged in, but it is accessible. But I wouldn't plug that in just for fear that you might snap it off or whatever. But you can definitely see this little race pack fits in there absolutely perfectly. If you did need to change where your battery is sitting, it looks like you only have two options. Slide it all the way back, or, I believe, slide it kind of forward. Looks like you do have a little bit of slip going front to back, but I believe you're going to want to have a little bit of rear bias anyway, or rear weight. So, but this Ovonic air pack does fit in this car. These are the batteries that I'm going to use. I know there's much higher C ratings. There's 120, I think 130, and I saw 140 C rating batteries, but I'm not, I mean, do I enjoy drag racing? Yeah, I do. I actually really do. And the more drag race cars I have, the better I'm going to get. And also, I'll be able to share that experience with family and friends. Literally, radio on. And hopefully no one comes. Put the truck on. Seems like it's there. So I am going to give it just that little bit of a burnout. Pull that back. Just see what happens. Oh my God, it pulled a wheelie. Oh my God, it pulled a wheelie. And I think I hear a vehicle coming. Yep, I do. All right, we will move. Holy crap, I can't believe that thing did a wheelie like that. I'm gonna give it another burnout right here. Let's see what it does. I'm gonna do the brake thing, the trans brake. Release. Oh my God. Oh Yeah. Wow. Now, I felt the brakes. So the brakes definitely did do that anti-lock. That was weird. I could actually feel it. Well, not in my hands, but you know what I mean. Wow, I am shocked, man. It's definitely off. All right. I'm gonna trans brake it, give it a little bit of trigger, and then go. Oh. Oh. Holy crap. Wow. All right, this is stinking awesome. So I'm gonna lock up the brakes. Oh, okay, it just literally slid. It didn't do no anti-lock, it literally slid. Crap, that's no good. No flat spot. I don't know, man. That was weird. I think I need to do a, I need to get a front wheel. That was pretty slick. Let it do its thing. And trans brake it. Not quite full throttle, release. Oh my God, that thing just, of course I didn't follow the car. That thing just carried the wheels. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna love this. Oh, another car coming. The anti-lock is a little odd. I'm not sure what the deal is with the anti-lock, but yeah, that's good enough, man. All right, I just had to try it. Okay, so you can't tell, right? I'm gonna set up this camera right here. GoPro on. You can't tell, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to hit the trans brake and I'm going to double tap the reverse to see what happens. It is literally full throttle reverse on a trans brake release. That's exactly what it is. It's literally just a monetary cutoff switch. And yeah, I don't know if I like the idea of the reverse thing, but here we go again. Full throttle, release. Oh my God. Yeah, all right. Tires are slipping big time. All right, that's it. I almost want to say, if you don't go out, and I can't believe I'm saying this, if you don't go out right now and get yourself a Traxxas drag slash when they become available, if you don't do it, you're the one that's missing out. RC Guy Garage out. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. I'm out. What are you doing? Just get out there and rip it.